There's nothing to... All right, there we go. There we go. All right. So, of course, the question is, why Latin? Latin's a dead language. Technically speaking, a dead language is a language that has fewer than 100 native speakers. That's fewer than 100 people who've learned it since birth. 41,364 words in the English dictionary of Latin origin. Here are a couple facts about it that are interesting. English is nearly 30% Latin in origin, not counting the French. And if you have taken Latin, you may pass all of your peers by on standardized tests. But the thing that's really fascinating about Latin is that you have access backward across time through 23 centuries, more or less. Latin, one of its extra special powers is that it is the basis for the technical vocabulary for most careers. Information technology, biology, medicine, philosophy, chemistry, you name it, it's from Latin. Communication. It forces you to think harder about communication. Latin is very complex. It requires a lot of concentration. And students, you know that it requires a lot of perseverance. It is not an easy thing to learn. You have to be careful to observe things, and you have to follow logic in order to explain and make connections between all the words in a sentence. It's really rigorous mental training on the order of something like mathematics, higher mathematics or logic. It's excellent training. Your seventh reason is because you're an American and because you're a Westerner. The foundation of your culture is built on Rome. Politics, art, and music, moral discipline, or character is another. Latin is not a skill. You don't just learn grammar and skill in written communication. You also have to read excellent moral examples of courage, self-sacrifice, and patriotism, bravery. Number 10 is because you're a Christian. Because you're a Christian, you ought to study Latin. Access to 23 centuries of resources. These are great tools that you can use for the service of Christ, for the service of His church, for the service of God's kingdom, in whatever career you're using or whatever career you're going to pursue. These are part of what prepare us and arm us and equip us for the service of God, for life. And we can use all of these things even if we don't work a 9-to-5 job. Using Latin, it still is applicable and helpful to anyone